The concept of workplace well-being is one in which a greater emphasis has been placed on in recent years. Workplace well-being relates to all aspects of working life, from the quality and the safety of the physical environment to how workers feel about their work, their working environment, the climate at work, and work organization. When most people hear the word well-being, the first thought is typically mental well-being. However, this is not the only type of well-being that we focus on. It is important that employees are well in all aspects of life, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially well. First is mental well-being. Meet Jane. Jane is an employee who struggles with her mental well-being. This means that it's difficult for Jane to realize her own potential. She cannot cope with the normal stresses of life. It's difficult for her to work productively and fruitfully, and she is not able to make a contribution to her community. Next is physical well-being. A state of physical well-being is not just the absence of disease. It includes lifestyle behavior choices to ensure health, avoid preventable diseases and conditions, and to live in a balanced state of body, mind, and spirit. Spiritual and emotional well-being go hand in hand. Spiritual wellness acknowledges our search for deeper meaning in life and is reflected when our actions become more consistent with our beliefs and values. Emotional wellness is a measure of our happiness and satisfaction with our lives and ourselves. Financial well-being is defined as having financial security and financial freedom of choice in the present and in the future. People often confuse the concepts of health and well-being. These two concepts tend to go hand in hand but mean different things. Health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease. On the other hand, wellness is defined as the active process of becoming aware of and making choices toward a healthy and fulfilling life. As the line between work and life blurs, there is a greater need placed on wellness programs in the workplace. There's the growing issue and awareness of mental health issues, suicide rates, and sick days, which are all contributing to the shift in the workplace towards a larger focus on employee well-being. Employee well-being directly affects how employees think and feel about their job and organization. Satisfied and happy employees are more likely to trust their supervisors and comply with company rules and regulations while wanting to better their company. An employee who is dissatisfied and unhappy is more likely to be disengaged without valid reason, cynical, and non-cooperative. Driven by the nature of digital business and 24/7 work styles, studies show that more than 40% of all workers face high stress in their jobs, negatively affecting their productivity, health, and family stability. In response, the digital well-being market is exploding, creating a flood of online videos, apps, and tools to help assess, monitor, and improve all aspects of life.
There are many digital tools which focus on improving an individual's health and well-being. There is a clear distinction, however, between health tools and well-being tools. There are already many digital health tools in the market. The first examples that typically come to one's mind are the ones we see every day on our smartphones. 2.5 billion, meaning 36% of the world's population, own a smartphone. They are proven to be a very strong platform for health and well-being tools as we carry them with us all time and they track data as we use them. For example, Apple includes a pre-installed health app on the iPhone, which automatically tracks a variety of different data such as distance walked, the number of steps taken, and the number of flights climbed. In addition to the smartphone, companies can create other tools to track more accurate data and add new features. The Apple Watch, for example, allows to track health data more accurately by having features to measure heart rate, blood sugar, and much more.
Digital well-being tools, although less popular than health apps, are also on the rise. An example of digital well-being is Headspace. The app will be introduced to you by a Headspace salesman.
Headspace is a digital meditation app which focuses on improving mental and spiritual well-being. Headspace is one of the digital tools that address well-being as a way to combat stress. You can relax with guided meditations and mindfulness techniques that bring calm, wellness, and balance to your life in just a few minutes a day. Mindfulness is one of the buzzwords of our time. Through mindfulness, you get less distracted and reactive and focus on the things that matter most to you. Headspace's courses teach you the fundamental techniques of mindfulness. After that, you can gain access to the full meditation library. Here you can train your mind with guided meditations on everything from managing stress and anxiety to even getting a better night's rest. You can bring more awareness to daily activities through on-the-go exercises, and you can use SOS sessions to skillfully manage moments of panic. And at night, a better sleep experience can help you to get the rest you deserve.
For financial well-being, our group interviewed someone from YNBA, which stands for You Need a Budget.
YNBA is a widely used application for financial well-being. For $50 per year, we promise to help you stop living from paycheck to paycheck and getting stressed because of financial problems. Therefore, we break down our philosophy into simple rules. For example, to give every dollar a job. You should be very intentional with what you want your money to do for you and know exactly what you want to spend it on. Also, you should prepare for major expenses down the road. Additionally, your ultimate goal is to spend money today that you earned at least a month ago. Overall, YNBA is an outstanding algorithm-based resource for budgeting, goal setting, and debt management. On top, we also provide you with a lot of educational content, like blog articles and free live workshops that help you to not get financially trapped in the future. Although there are many digital tools in the market which help to improve an individual's well-being, this does not eliminate the need for physicians and other professionals. And it is very important that someone in need seeks out treatment as necessary to take care of his personal well-being.
The world of work is rapidly changing. With this comes the opportunity for improved well-being and equality, but also new risks for health, safety, and well-being. First, the communication. Communication is about knowing what's going on in the organization and getting feedback on how employees can play their part. For example, the fear of job loss or not finding a contract could affect health and safety behavior, such that the passing a training is more important than the purpose of the training itself, just to keep the job. Another important point is control on the work life. There is now an increased flexibility in the labor market in order to keep participation rates high. However, one major point of concern is that employers must not use flexible working models simply to reduce costs. Employers must consider the impact of flexible working on their workforce. For example, the fear of unemployment may lead to poor physical and mental health. It is also important to note that those with jobs of lower status typically suffer most from the instability at work due to the reduced control. Companies are always asking for more from their employees, to work harder, longer, and it can be translated by an over-engagement with work. Fear of job loss, instability, threats to chances for promotion, or even the opportunity to do more interesting work can drive people to attend work when they should not really do so. People fear to be fired, so they work harder and harder. This can lead to permanently high levels of arousal and an inability to relax when they are away from work. This brings risks to safety and damages health and well-being. Another thing that is important for the well-being at work is the relationships you have there. During the last decades, a new trend has emerged where people tend to work from home. There are more than 4.2 million home workers, approximately 14% of the workforce. Given that a sense of belongingness and social contact are very important for the well-being, attention needs to be paid to those employees or workers who may be at risk of isolation. Thank you for your attention.